Hi guys, I know I've been away for a while, forgive me, but I am back with a book haul. I am sorry that I have been away for a while. My car has been in the shop a few times and it still needs to go back in the shop because check engine lights on, so hopefully they can clear that out. But anyway, I also found someone in my life that likes me back for me, and I like that other person back, so I do have a significant other now, and we are trying to see each other every weekend. It's kind of hard with both of our schedules, but my partner also likes to read, and we do read a lot of the same stuff, and we actually were able to see each other yesterday, and I am on vacation now, and we went to the $1 book swap in Dayton, Ohio, and upon meeting, my partner actually gave me a book that they liked while growing up as a kid as a gift, and I thought that was just like the best thing ever. And of course, it's a middle grade book, and it is called 21 Balloons, and it's by William Penn DuBois. I cannot wait to actually start reading this. And what this is about is a professor who wants to travel the world for a year, and he does this on a hot air balloon. He actually attaches a house to it somehow and has all the supplies he needs for a year, but problems ensue when one of the hot air balloons actually gets popped, and so he gets stranded on this island. So it sounds like it's fun, but my partner, knowing how fast I read, said I could probably get this book done within an hour, but I cannot wait to read this, and I thought it was just such a loving gesture to actually be able to have a book that my partner liked when they were growing up. And of course now I'm going to probably do the same, and when I said what my favorite book was and still is, of course, my partner's response was, of course, you like high fantasy, and because, of course, everybody knows my favorite book is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and also Through the Looking Glass. But now on to the books that I have bought over at the $1 book swap. I purchased 33, 6 of those you will not see because I just gave those to my aunt. She's a big James Patterson fan, and so I got some James Patterson books that she did not have. But now I will break these up into sections like I normally do when I go to Dayton, and I will start off with a book that I got from Dean Koontz. This book that I have read Breathless, but I have not read the next book, and that is Relentless by Dean Koontz. And when I go to that place, I always try to look for hardcovers for editions of Stephen King and Dean Koontz. And but the first time, as you may remember, I made out like abandon on everything, and the selection this time around really wasn't that great. I was also looking for some more boxcar shonen books because last time I was there they had some, and I regret not getting them because there was no boxcar shonen series there this time around, because that was another series I loved when I was growing up as a kid, and so did my partner. So I like the fact that we actually do like to read a lot of the same stuff. And now on to a couple Stephen King books that I did find over there. I just ordered from Barnes & Noble with a $25 gift card that my brother had gotten me for Christmas. I still have not used it, surprisingly. The first book in the Dark Tower series, because I do have a lot of them, but I do not have all of them. I do not have the first one, and I can only find these in paperback there at the $1 book swap. But I did get book 2, and this is the drawing of the 3. I believe this is book 2. And book 3, and this is The Wasteland. And now on to, of course, I always look for some Goosebumps books, Animorphs books, and so I will show you the Animorphs books that I got there this time. I didn't get near as many Animorphs books as I did the last time around, but I did get book 3 in the Animorphs series, and that's The Encounter. And I also got book 4, and that is The Message. And book 5, The Predator. And finally, book 7, The Stranger. And now it's just a couple random books that I have picked over there. I will show you what I got. The first one, I was in scouting when I was a kid and through my teen years, and I became an Eagle Scout in 2002, which is the highest award you can get in scouting. And the only thing I have is my Boy Scout handbook, and I just happened to, somewhere in the kids section, find a old Tiger Cub Cub Scout handbook. So now I have that, and I just now need to find a Weeblos handbook. So maybe the next time I go up to Dayton, I might be able to find that. And this is a middle grade, looks like horror book. It does say on the bottom, fans of J.K. Rowling and Diane Wayne Jones will savor this, and I didn't notice that till now. But I just like the title of it, and I like the cover, and it's The Haunting of Granite Falls, and it's by Ava Boston. And now on to the Goosebumps books. Again, their selection for the Goosebumps books has been the same, and so I have most of the books that they had there. There is a few different sections where they have Goosebumps books. They have a children's area where they have the Goosebumps books, and then they also have a shelf full of children's books, and they do have Goosebumps over there. That's where I got the Animorphs books. They have Babysitters Clubs over there as well. And of course I couldn't find Boxcar Children there. But anyway, I have number 51, and it's Beware the Snowman. I have number 35, A Shocker on Shock Street. I have actually the biography, and I just happened to randomly find it. I never had it, never knew that this was out, and I didn't realize R.L. Stine must have been from Ohio, because it says, "It came from Ohio, my life as a writer," by R.L. Stine, and it's as told by Jill Arthur, and the real deal on the author of Goosebumps. So I cannot wait to read this. And I got number 6, Let's Get Invisible. And I just happened to see this, and this apparently looks like it's a newer one, but it looks like it's faded out a bit already. And it's Goosebumps movie novel, and it's based on a movie that I have not yet seen. And I have never read any of the older Fear Street novels by R.L. Stine. I have read some of the newer ones, and I have hauled those that I got. But I will show you now the Fear Street novels that I bought at Dayton. I think I got every single Fear Street novel that they had there, just because, again, I have not read any of them. And so, forgive me, I did not know what order these go in. So, Cameron, maybe you might be able to help me out here. The Fear Street, for some reason, was after Goosebumps, and I just think I was always interested in Goosebumps, and I was older and read more serious stuff, because of course Goosebumps is for kids, and I didn't want to read anything kids when I was getting older. But anyway, the first one I have here is from the Catalina Chronicles, and it's The Dark Secret. And the next one is Beach House and Bad Moonlight, and the covers are just cheesy 90s covers. The next one is The New Boy, and the next one is The Boy Next Door, and this is also from the Catalina Chronicles, The Evil Moon, so I'll have to see which one is first in this series. And next one is One Evil Summer, and The Thrill Club, and finally Truth or Dare. Another reason I think that I did not read these is because, of course, they're geared, from what the covers look like, toward teenage girls, and I didn't read them probably for that reason. But anyway, I will show you now the last part of the haul, and every time I go up there, I always try to get some classic books. And I got nothing but a bunch of Penguin classics that Steve Donahue is going to like. The first one is by Henry James, and it's a Penguin Classics edition of The Ambassadors. The next one, I do own a copy, but of course I do not own a Penguin edition. I own a Signet edition of the Odyssey and the Iliad. I took a mythology class in high school because I love learning about mythology and Greek mythology. And this is the Iliad by Homer, and I cannot wait to actually read an introduction and also read the poem of the Iliad. I've read it before, but it's been a while since I've read the Iliad. Going with mythology, they had a Dictionary of Classical Mythology, and it's by Pierre Grimmel, and I seen that and I just had snatched up, being a fan of mythology. I do have another haul that I will show after this video of some stuff I bought on Amazon with some of my tax money. I bought a few books, of course, and a few most of those were Penguin Classic editions, so I will show those in the next video, along with a few other books that I have not shown you from, one of my Book of the Month clubs. And this last book, of course, when I went one way and my partner went the next way, and we sort of met in the middle, halfway in between. And when my partner seen this next book, face just lit up because we both now have the same edition of this book. My partner is not only a nursing major and a nursing professor, but is a theology major, and actually lived in a monastery while studying theology for a while. But the first year, that's what they had to actually do, is live in a monastery when they were studying theology. But anyway, this is the Penguin Classic edition of St. Augustine, and it's Confessions here. So that is all the books that I have bought from Dayton, and again, like I said, I will have another haul here with some more Penguin Classic editions in it, and one that is not a Penguin Classic editions, but it's books I have been wanting to get for a while. There's only 3, so it'll be a short haul. I don't know why I did not include it in this one, maybe because you have not seen me for a while. I want to do a few separate videos, but then again, I'll pick my books that I have, my subscription box. I will show you what I got through the month of February. Thanks everybody for watching. If you're new, comment. I always like to talk to people, and I am sorry for some of those. Within the past few weeks I have been on hiatus. I really haven't watched many BookTube videos, and so I have not actually commented on some of the people that I normally comment. So it's not that I'm not commenting, I'm just actually not watching them, but I do need to catch up on YouTube videos. And I'm also thinking, since I'm on vacation this week, that you guys will probably be getting separate videos from me, but doing bookshelf tours, since these shelves have just been built when I bought the house. I have a lot that you have not seen from my old room living with Mom and Dad, so I'm kind of curious to see how long the bookshelf tour is going to be this time, and break it up into sections, being some from the library, the office, and of course that bookshelf that is upstairs in the upstairs hallway now. Thanks again everybody, hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time.